I just started streaming, dude. That's the first thing people
Oh
are gonna
my
hear.
Hey, yo, that's how you pull the viewership, man.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the kind of.
It's a mukbang.
Oh my gosh! All right, guys.
All right.
Well, you're not into mukbang ASMR hybrid videos, dude?
So I haven't dabbled.
I haven't. Rob, I think I fucked up last time and switched one of my spells, thinking that I was able to, but I'm not. So I'm gonna change it back.
Bad sorcerer.
All right, it worked.
Bad. Can't do it till you level up.
I know. Piece of shit.
That being said, you should keep invisibility.
What was the spell?
I switched invisibility to hold person, so I just gotta switch back to invisibility.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
No problem. Invisibility. There you go.
Thanks.
All right. So, we are missing a dwarf today, correct? Alrighty then.
But it's okay. He's here with us in spirit.
Yeah. Who's gonna run his character? Thought I read he assigned someone.
So it's gonna be two parts.
Arrow.
It's gonna be because I don't know his character lore wise better than Manny does, but I'm a better cleric fighter in combat than because I've played cleric so much. So he's gonna roleplay him, and I'm gonna play the combat dwarf. That's
Very
how
well.
I'm gonna do it.
That works. All right, then, since we're here, who wants to give us the recap from last time? Because honestly, I needed two this time. Can't remember. Can't remember exactly where we finished. So, who wants some inspiration?
Let's see.
I'm trying to remember exactly too. I think it's been a while.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, my issue is that this is my 10th Curse of Strahd campaign, so everything blends together after a while.
Not fair.
It was just like Strahd in his castle. This is which adventuring party? I've killed so many of them, I don't remember now. All right. So what did we do? We went from the Barovian town we were in down the road to the west to try to find the Vishnani camp. On our way there, we found some mud people that had stone axes, which we couldn't track because they were masters of stealth.
Exactly.
And then and so then I found a doll, a clockwork doll with some engravings on it. Then after that we found a graveyard that had a gallows. And then a bunch of crows. I'm sorry, ravens. I believe they were ravens. They started showing
ravens,
up.
Yes.
And I actually looked into this. The ravens, a group of ravens, is not called a murder. It's called a conspiracy, I believe, or a misfortune. One of the two. I'm pretty sure it's conspiracy though. And so then we kept going, and like 100 ravens showed up, and then I don't remember how they left, or they just left, I guess. And then we made it to the Vishnani camp, where we met Madam Eva, and she gave us our fortune, which were the monk, the trader, I wrote it down, but I guess I didn't write it down well enough. But she gave us our fortune, to which hopefully someone took better notes than I did this time. Then she told us to meet with Stanimir, who explained to us why the Vishnani are the only people that can pass through the fog, or through the mists. And they had a deal with the prince, who is upholding his end of the deal, which allows them to come and go as they please. So then we traveled back down the road, and where we came back to the gallows, and there was a body hanging from there, which was just a random Barovian man. But apparently Slopyrious went nuts and started thinking that it was him for some reason. After we messed with him for a second, we went back to the Barovian town where we ended up carrying Ismark's father in a coffin back to the church where we met up with Father Donovic, setting it up for the funeral in the morning. After that, we went back. We saw ghosts walking down, I believe, the main street towards some direction, which I don't really remember where. And then after that, we had attended the funeral in the morning after a long rest. And there was an elf that showed up during the funeral, whose name escapes me, and I didn't write it down. But apparently he's Strahd's butler, according to Ismark.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, psionically backhanded Henry, if I remember correctly, because he was,
Yeah, it was Rahadin.
Rahadin,
Yeah.
thank you. Apologize. I promise I'll try to take better notes.
Oh, don't
Okay,
worry.
it's
I was doing
fine.
I was doing so well up until this help. Anyway, then he left because he delivered a letter which we didn't get to read because Irina decided to tear it in a million little pieces. But we did the funeral, and Father Donovic told us that if we take Irina to Valaki and it's not good enough to protect her, we can take her to Kratz. We said we would consider it because it's a more holy place. After that, we went back to Ismark's manor, or a little estate that they have, and Irina got ready, and she bore some kind of armor, I think, which I think she said belonged to her father, but I could be mistaken about that part. And we were about to set off, and that's where the session ended.
Very well. That is very complete. Also, I am realizing I forgot to do one thing I would need to do, which is write down exactly the card rating, but I'm doing it right now. So remember more than I do. You get your inspiration point. If you already have it, you can give it to someone else.
Sure, I'll give it to Manny. Do you have inspiration right now?
I do.
All right, so Pyrus, do you have inspiration?
Sweet.
Yes,
Thanks.
because Henry has inspiration already, so he doesn't need
Yeah.
it. So now we all have inspiration.
A
Woo.
win. It's a win.
All right.
Till you use it.
You're gonna need it.
Oh boy.
So we had the priest, the monk, the traitor, and then we had an artifact or something.
I wrote them down. The monk, the priest, the traitor, the artifact, and Don John.
Don John? Okay. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, I did write that down. Don John.
Yeah, it's
I
done.
have to-
It was a picture of a dungeon, but it was spelled Don John.
Yeah.
Because it's fancy.
Yeah, I have to say we had Pinky up.
Alright.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I just didn't know that that's what it was.
Okay, just give me a couple of minutes for me to finish this one. You got all glyphs on the items. I just realized. It's like there's 4 seeds to the cards, and you got the priest, the monk, and the traitor that are all of the same seed. Doesn't really mean anything because the it's mostly well randomized, but some cards do mean something. Let's see. And you did get a good array of locations to check out, to explore, to hopefully not die in.
Nonsense is the perfect place to die.
Let's see, card 2. Nope. Card 3.
Someone ding me.
Let's see. Then I'm gonna do the other two in a bit. In the meantime, let's see. Some music is in order. And let's get back to the map as you are leaving the, well, very lackluster safety of the village of Barovia and heading back into the woods. Now you've already explored this first part of the road, but now you have Irina to take care of. And while she is equipped with a sword and some armor, she is very obviously not proficient with their use.
Ah, she's a cosplayer. Got it.
Well, she's never been trained. Let's see now. Random encounters. Do they happen? Oh, how many do I need to roll for first? Let's see. Start things simple. From here to there. Huh, doesn't even tell me a whole... Doesn't even tell me the partial time for you to get to the gallows again. So I'm just gonna do the encounter until this place, which is 2.5 hours. There's another place an hour later, then finally a ton of Valaki a while later. Okay, I can do that.
Old Slavic Road.
Very well.
All right, so who's all with us, Manny? It's me, you, the dwarf, and Slopyrious and Irina. Just us four, right?
Yeah, we just have one additional person joining us. That would be Irina.
All right. So we're gonna put Henry in front, and Slopyrious, you wanna man the rear?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we'll just float in the middle. Michael and Criss will float in the middle with Irina.
All right. You start traveling in this chill morning. The light doesn't change much from yesterday late afternoon because it's always that gray, blotted sky without any actual blue or sunlight ever. You pass across the first bridge without issue, and you dive into the woods. Come to the place where you were ambushed, maybe, last time. It was weird. But there's no mud people hiding in the trees this time. And you have just a quiet walk, maybe way too quiet, until you get back to the crossroads with the gallows. Gallows are hanging empty again, and the graveyard on the other side is looking as decrepit as ever. The sign is still as you left it, but this time you know you need to follow a different branch.
Michael, as we're walking past the gallows, he starts to freak out. And he starts going, do you guys see that? Does that look like me? Curse, does that look like me? As he's pointing over at the empty gallows.
Yeah, I think that looks just like it's Slopyrious. You see that? It looks just like Michael, right?
I look over at him and just glare.
Henry looks over at the two of us. Be serious, you guys. We're on a mission, and then continues to trot down the road with big old strides, the biggest strides you've ever seen a dwarf take. A lot of pride in each one.
Irina is curious about what that was about, but I don't think she would ask quite yet. Let's see. No, she keeps quiet and just goes along with your weirdness, at least for now. So, I think. Let me read the sign again. Yes. As the road splits, the sign points towards the Tser pool to the right, and to Ravenloft/Vallaki to the left. Now, I don't want to railroad, so I need you guys to tell me we take the left path.
Okay, we take the left path.
Thank you. Okay. You start walking up the side of you start walking up the side of a steep incline that divides the valley. The road takes quite a few twists and turns to match the elevation of a bridge that you finally come across. The dirt road clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of this bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley.
Lovely.
It is well, calling it a nice scenery is giving it a bit too much compliment, but it's about as relaxing and serene as you've seen since coming here.
Well,
And these are the Tser Falls that feed the Tser pool below. The bridge is more of a curiosity than an obstacle, and you easily go across it unimpeded. Oh, wait.
Stone Bridge.
Okay, then...
You hear your Michael, as you're going over the bridge. Say to Henry, "What do the stones tell you?" And Henry just shoots back immediately. "Not now, Michael." And keeps walking forward.
As the road levels out, you come across another crossing. Wait, this is too much. There we go. You come across another split. This time, the road keeps on going straight, while another road, widens towards the east. Even here, up in the mountains, the forest and fogs are inescapable. On the eastern branch, you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that was the once important thoroughfare. there is a sign here. It points to Valaki/Kretsk on the main street that keeps going forward. And it points towards Ravenloft to the right.
All right, let's go to Valaki.
Okay.
Yep, Balaki.
Let's do it.
And a little bit later, you come across another gate. Just like the one you saw yesterday at this point. Tall stone structure with ruined knight statues that flank it. A large iron gate that opens on its own as you get close.
Were they closed as soon as we got close?
No, they open as soon as you get close.
Oh, okay.
And do they look similar or exactly the same as the ones that we saw?
Similar, not completely identical.
Well, and as Michael says, that Henry's already like taken off. He's very serious. It's like, he must be trying to impress the lady.
He would be. Okay. You find yourselves into another stretch of woods. And in here, I guess Henry will spot something hanging from a tree. It's... Oh wait, let me grab the description. It's a leather-wrapped bundle that is it's lodged between two branches on a tree, like 10 feet up in the air.
It's what lodged in a tree?
A leather bundle.
A leather bundle, but
Mhm.
okay, it's lodged up in a tree. Leather bundle. All right. And then Henry saw this, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Harry's the first one that saw it.
Woo.
Henry goes,
Do you guys see
something
that?
over there.
Over where?
Yeah, big boy. And then he points up into the tree. And then he keeps walking. It's not too much of interest to him.
I look up and I notice it, and I take a few steps back and act as if I'm gonna go run up the tree and grab it out of the branch. And then that would be an acrobatics check if I wanted to go grab it.
Not really, no. It's
Oh.
easy enough to climb that tree, helping yourself with the other tree beside it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna ask for any check, though it would be funny if you failed.
I go over to
Phil,
Mike.
it's not a challenge per se.
I go over to Michael and I'm like, you know I can cast grease, right?
You just hear in your head, do it, do it, do it.
And I'm just like, I pull out my wand and I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
Stop teasing me, brother.
So I run up the tree and I grab the pack
Mm-hmm.
and bring it back down to the group. Begin to ruffle through it, and I want to know what's inside of it.
Inside you find a set of common clothes sized for a human adult. They have a drab Barovian style to them.
Do they? We see him do this? I assume. Do they look like female clothes or male clothes?
Male clothes.
Male clothes. Okay. did you find it in your size, Slopyrious?
Well, I'm only half human, so these are a little large for me.
Only the left side will fit him, is what he's trying to say. He's
Ah,
got an odd
gotcha.
body.
I did notice a limp.
So when we saw it up in the tree, it was wedged in there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Like someone either
So it was
threw
deliberate,
it
yeah.
or stuck it between two branches.
So this is deliberate.
Can I ask
tell
Irina?
them.
Can I ask? Yeah, go for it.
Dang it. Someone's coming back for these.
Let's see. Can I? Well, can I investigate and see like if I can find anything? Like if it looks like they were in a hurry or it was more
roll
or
investigation.
it was more calculated. You know what I mean? Let's see.
Roll investigation for that question. Maybe more.
Can I help him?
Pretty well.
So,
Are you
You
proficient?
seem
in
like you need it.
oh no, I don't. Sorry, history
Yeah.
is what I'm proficient in. My bad.
Yes.
Don't worry. So this was not a hurried job.
Okay.
Whoever did it was deliberate. They folded the clothes up, not super neatly, but well enough that they wouldn't get too wrinkly, and they stashed them, not hiding them very well. That's why Henry noticed them easily, but the way they're put there, they are to be safe from animals and people that are not too curious.
I say we put them back.
I don't have use for them.
Yep. Whoever needs it.
Although, Michael being a dick looks into the pack. Is there a pair of like underwear in there?
Oh no.
There is, yes.
I take them and then I hide them in a nearby bush.
Just like,
All right.
what are my undergarments?
Now you can put it back.
Oh my god. Like put a different pair in there. It's a completely different size.
I look at him and I say, "All right, whatever the fuck that was," and I put it back in the tree.
I'm gonna ask Irina something. I'm gonna ask Irina something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? And I can't remember for the life of me, dear Irina, if we were ever given the exact reason why the devil has taken such an interest in you.
I wish I knew the reason.
Did you? Because you tore up that letter with a lot of bravado, and so it just seems like the reason may have been in there.
No.
No. Okay.
All that was in there was false promises and what he believes is flirting.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, so can I like take her hand?
Mm-hmm.
It's at this point that you hear the loud stomping of a dwarf as he begins to yell, "Guys, Arena's not safe out here!" And then he sees Criss holding Arena's hand, and you see him start to flush a little red out of anger.
And I say, I continue. I say, "Look, Irina, it's hard for me to say this, but there is nothing that Henry wouldn't do for you." And then I go over hand and I walk past Henry. I pat him on the shoulder and I keep walking down the road.
Henry, being a little dumbfounded, goes, "You're not safe while you're out here. Let's keep moving to arena." And like curtly turns back around and starts walking down the road, very clearly embarrassed by what Criss just did.
And I move my finger around like I'm talking to him, and I whisper, "How's that for guidance?"
How close to him are you walking?
I kept walking. I don't know if he's
Okay, so he's like speed walking up to you, and then he punches you in the arm and walks past you.
Watch it. I bruise like a banana, or the equivalent in Barovia.
All right. Irina will just say quietly yes, let's, as reference to the keep walking.
You just hear in your head, "Keep it up, Criss. He's gonna fail. We're gonna turn him red. He's gonna look like a tomato by the end of this." Keep walking.
Vegetables.
And as you keep on walking, never remember where the full description for this is. Let me see a moment. Wouldn't it be funny if it's in the description for Valaki? Probably is. The old Svalich road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing the full extent of the, well, most of the extent of the higher part of this valley. Slightly below you, a huge mountain lake reflects the giant mountain beyond it. And next to it is a small, walled town. Between you and it, a lonely windmill perches upon a rocky outcrop. And beyond this, you see to the left a lonely fort overlooking a sea of fog. And further up the valley, a smaller lake with a tower that seems to be built on an island on it.
Should we stop at the windmill, or should we just keep following the road?
Windmill. And then Henry shoots back, "Valaki." Michael goes, "Windmill."
Windmill.
And then Henry, more sternly, "Valaki." "Windmill." "Valaki." "Windmill." And the whole time they're just arguing back and forth about where to stop. But yeah, Criss and Slopyrious, no, not Slopyrious, not you, not yet. You're not going to hear this. But Criss, you hear in your head, we're definitely going to that windmill.
Oh, yeah. Windmill, Valaki. Windmill. Duck season.
All right. As you walk along the road, you can see that a branch splits off, leading to that promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare.
Alright,
So,
let's check it
going
out.
towards the windmill or towards Velaki first?
You see Henry start walking towards Velaki, and Michael goes, "Ah, windmill!" He starts walking towards the windmill.
Nice.
So
course.
you have both
And
of them
then-
heading in different directions.
And then
Chris
I'm just
is
standing there watching them both walk both ways. Just kind of doing like one of those like head to the left, head to the right situations. And then I see Henry turn back and look at me, and I just go and start walking towards the windmill.
Chris just like elbows, locks Irina, and like, let's go. Windmill, scenic route.
You just hear Henry go, "Ah!" and start walking back towards the windmill.
All right, all right. Let's see. Let me give you a picture of the windmill in a moment. Note. Which windmill that would be familiar if we played through the Death House, but
Dead
you've never
house,
seen
dead
this
house.
before. There we go.
Aw, yeah.
The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy grey sky. You see grey brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
Michael just stares at the bird and goes, "I don't speak bird." And then he's walking into the windmill.
Alright. Is he just gonna open the door?
Henry, check to make sure it's safe for Lady Arena. Henry just goes, "I hate you," and opens the door.
It's like as soon as his hand reaches the handle, I go, face check.
Alright. As you open the door, let me grab.
6 werewolves.
Oh, I'm just gonna beat the map for it.
Just
a
5.
sec.
Just 5. 5 and a halfling, like.
It's cute that you think that it's just werewolves. Let me just see here.
I know there's
Why is there a
zombies
mind
too.
player in here?
Don't get me started on the fucking mind flayers, okay? Those mind flayers. Everybody's spread out, 21 feet apart.
I forgot I traumatized you guys with those.
Stupid mind flayers.
I've had the same experience with other players. They're fun. Oh, let's see. Criss is there. Henry's there.
Woo.
Michael's there, and Pyrus is there.
Inspiration all around.
Oh yeah, because this thing just does that every time I plop someone onto the map. Let's do this. Where is it? I'm lost. Where's the page? Here. Okay. And you know what? Let me copy Henry over here so you can see. Well, kinda. See. Oh, it should be. Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. Oopsie daisies.
Oh no. Henry's under the
Open
map.
layer. There we go. And let me make it daylight here because it's light enough that you can see in the. You can see the inside as well. Now, the inside. As you open the door, the bird keeps squawking at you, But as you open the door, it leaves. The ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blends horribly with the stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor comes out of an open, upright barrel in the center of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up cause the old mill to shudder.
Do I recognize the awful smell?
Not really, but you do recognize the cart.
Shit, you guys. I remember that cart.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, hold on. There we go. 3 out of 4. Beautiful.
I don't suppose anybody's up for a bit of scouting upstairs, are they?
What? No, just send Henry.
Henry? You're the man for the job. Michael? No, it's your turn. Henry, we've gone over this. You're the brave one. I'm the smart one. You do what I tell you to do. No. You're the dumb one. I'm the smart one. You're the one going upstairs. Henry, we're not doing this again. We've established that I'm the smart one, and you're the muscle. Ish. Muscle-ish. Now get in there before I tell her your dirty little secret.
As you're having this discussion, a familiar figure starts walking down the stairs.
I know who it is.
It's the old lady.
Oh yeah, it is.
And as she sees you talking in front of the door, she stops and goes, "Ew. You are not welcome here. You should leave."
No. Just say no.
I say, oh yeah? Well, we just wanted to know more about your recipes, you sick fuck.
Those are what's called a trade secret. Now please, leave me alone. I'm just an old woman trying to make ends meet out here.
Making ends meet, giving out free pies made of children.
It's at this point that Michael leans into Henry and whispers into his ear, "Time to be the hero, big guy." And Henry has a very serious look on his face, and he nods. And doing his best to be brave, because God knows he really isn't. At least not yet. He says, "You foul beast, you will die today," and he draws his hammer
All right,
and starts
then
charging.
Can I like
We're all
move behind
initiative.
the dwarf before we start? I would not be standing in front of them.
And then Michael goes, "That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant." As he goes charging in.
Can I just start behind the dwarf?
Of course.
Okay, let me just go ahead. There.
All
And of
right,
cour-
then let's roll initiative.
And of course, on her turn, she's gonna have lightning bolt because why not? Oh, you already rolled? Okay.
Just his initiative. I had
No
his
worries.
character sheet open.
Nope.
Figured why not.
Please. Let me go ahead and
Hey-o.
roll mine. Woot, 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 woot.
Let's see.
Lead the
Irina
way,
rolls
gentlemen.
2. All right. Oh, here was a raven. Fucked off by now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need the old lady's initiative as well. There we go. Oh, she's not that quick. Criss, you're first.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
am I
gonna-
just off the order thing because I'm so low?
No, I don't know why. Maybe you didn't click your token?
I did. I clicked. Oh well.
Weird then.
Yeah.
4.15. There we go.
How old is Slopyrious?
How old am I?
Yeah.
28.
You look your picture looks so much younger than all of us.
Say it again.
Your picture, your avatar looks way
He's
younger
just
than all
got
of
baby face, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
We
We
the
also
baby
grew up
face
in the
face, man.
streets. He was a
That's
noble,
what
you know.
the dragon bloodline does for you.
Oh,
Does to you.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
true. True.
It's half,
Keeps you
half.
young.
Yeah, okay. All right. Criss will shuffle his deck and be like, "Man, I really want one of those pies." I'll say, "All right."
No,
well,
you're not eating any more of those pies. They're children, dude. They're children.
all right. Well, Criss will kiss his deck and go, "Well, I hope Lady Luck is with all of you," and points at each 3 of the people in front of him. He's gonna go ahead and cast Bless.
Bless.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead
So
and
the
bring-
3 of you can mark bless. Well, the 2 of you can mark bless on your character sheets.
I'll remove
It
it.
should be there.
Let's see.
Yes, you have it on the saving throws and on the attack modifiers.
Oh, yeah, got it. So what do I do with that?
You
Sorry?
just check the box.
Oh, cool. All right, got it.
All right, that should be the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Next, Michael.
As Henry's getting ready to charge, I grab his shoulder really quickly and I go, "You got this, buddy."
Holy shit!
Heroism. Temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting modifier at the start of each of its turns. Alright. Is immune to being frightened as well. Very good. What's your charisma modifier?
3.
Very well, so he gets 3 temporary hit points at the beginning of each of his turns. Just to be clear, temporary hit points don't stack. Every time you get more, they reset.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a refresh of the 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he's now also immune from frightened, so I'm gonna mark it like this.
And then I back up just a little bit to let him through as he's charging.
Oh god, did we just dump
Okay.
all our buffs on the dwarf?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He's a rolling
Irina-
ball of bravery, dude.
Irina doesn't really know what to do, so she's just gonna hold her sword and stay there. Yeah, she does take the dodge action.
Irina, want to play a card game? While we wait.
And then the old lady is going to walk down. How evil should I be today? Michael. Why don't you give me a wisdom save?
You got it. My wisdom is shit.
Not
Not the roll, though.
Not shit enough, apparently. Let's see. Yep, you succeed. She just tried to cast a spell on you, but failed miserably.
Did we see her try, or was it kind of like underhanded, like whisper?
no,
type?
you saw her try. It was weird though. It wasn't any regular form of arcane magic that either Slopyrious or Criss are familiar with.
What did it feel like to me?
Um,
I'm not trying to
It
identify the
felt-
spell. I just want to know
it
what it felt
felt
like.
invasive and it felt kind of powerful, but your will was strong enough to avoid it.
I just shoot a mental message at the hag, like, you dumb bitch, stay out of my head. That's it.
All right. She is going to look back towards the stairs and shout,
Girls, we've got a situation here.
Ah, shit, there's more of them.
and next up it's Henry's turn.
Alright, let's see. Henry. What are we going to do today?
So, while you're figuring out what he's going to do, he just looks back at Arena and says, you stay out here! It's too dangerous inside! And then he rushes in to do whatever it is he's going to do.
Leroy! So, Henry draws his Warhammer. He's got his shield prep after yelling at Irina to stay in there. And he rushes in, bulldozing, like, through the door. Wait, he's not snapping. I don't know why. And he goes, one from above and one from below. And he swings his Warhammer at her head. And then from below, the spiritual weapon comes up to try to uppercut her at the same time.
All right. Spiritual weapon, eh? Let's go.
Oh, I don't know why that was rolling out, because I rolled it myself. Oops.
Oh yeah, don't worry. So the spiritual weapon misses, but the Warhammer does hit, dealing some damage. Unfortunately, she seems to be resistant to that damage.
This hammer is magical, right?
Is it?
It's blessed. Because he's a forged cleric, right? I'm wondering. I don't know. I literally just got this character.
Let's see. Blessing of the Forge is not. Yes, it does allow you to bless. It does allow him to bless a weapon, but he never specified he did that.
It says under his inventory. It says
Oh.
blessed Warhammer.
All right, then yes, this is magical, and that goes through then. You click on the Warhammer instead of the blessed Warhammer, I think.
Oh, I did.
But yeah,
do you want
that
me
works.
To...
No, that works. That works. It just adds 1 damage, and that makes it deal actual damage.
Let's see.
To the old lady. All right.
He did not have bless active because I forgot to click it. It would have 14 hit if I rolled a 4 on that.
No.
Nope. Okay, yeah, then it doesn't matter.
All right. And that's Henry's turn. Next up is Slopyrious.
Okay. So, just to clarify, we're still outside the door.
The rest of you, yes. Henry is in the doorway, swinging.
Okay. So, I'm gonna move just behind Henry, but with an opening, obviously, to attack. And I'm going to cast Magic Missile at her, screaming, "Fuck you, you child baking bitch."
Nice.
So far we've got dumb bitch, child baking bitch. I wonder how many versions of bitch we're gonna get into this encounter.
I wish I could tell you, but I didn't go to college.
No. I didn't get a formal education, so I don't know.
I don't read.
All right.
So good.
That's all right. That's the full magic missile on her. 11 total damage in 3 different hits. Magic missile all hits. She does not have shield. So That just goes through fully. Force damage. Yay. She tanks it, by the way, which would have killed an old. I think 2 hits that would have killed an old lady thrice over. She just takes him.
Just eats it. Okay.
Uh,
And then I yell, "How'd that taste, bitch?" And then it ends. And the turn ends.
all right. Next up is Criss again. Back to the top of the initiative.
Lovely. All right, let's see. Why the fudge? Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm going to shuffle my deck and draw a card. And it's the Jack of Clubs. And it's, instead of it being fire, it's dark green energy. And I flash it at her instead of throwing it. And a green necrotic hand tries to reach out and attack her
All right.
from behind. Let's see.
You should have the attack for that spell on the
do,
on the main page. There we go.
Fortunately missed.
Yep.
That's all right. And I go, well, that's a brand new. Whoa, what the fuck? I literally just drew that card. That's weird. Yeah, that's a new spell. So I literally have never practiced it before. Sorry, guys.
You're supposed to be the smart one. Michael says that.
Look. Cardistry is more of an art than a science. So.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn. Sorry.
Very well. Michael.
Michael, conga line's behind. He goes, I've been meaning to find a use for this. He pulls out a bullet that says, dumb bitch on it that has been scribbled onto it purely for cosmetic reasons. He
Of
puts it in
course.
his sling and then he swings and tries to throw it at her.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Does this world even know the word bitch?
Turns out he's really bad at using it though, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You just hear the bullet just kind of clink up
Yep,
against
it
the
just
wood somewhere.
ricochets up against the barrel she's standing next to. And Irina, seeing how things are going, she's gonna get away from the door, holding her defensive stance. Just because she doesn't want to be in the way. Also, that old lady seems scary. The old woman is going to. Because I have too much choice. No, actually, no, she isn't going to do anything yet. First, the girls come down to play. 2 just ugly. It's not a way to say. Ugly women. Wearing silk shawls and gowns of stitched flesh. Rush down the stairs saying,
Oh, are these the ones that you told us about, Auntie? Yes, now kill him.
and
Sorry.
don't worry. This one. Oh, I need to do a thing. This one is going to shoot out a magic missile at the dwarf. Dealing 11 damage to Henry.
Okie dokie.
The other one
16.
is going to She can see Slopyrious. Slopyrious, would you give me a... Oh no, actually. Do something better. Uh-huh. Henry falls asleep.
Okie dokie.
With that second spell, let me... Sleep requires concentration. Does not? It does not. Good. And then the old woman is going to move back behind the wooden pillar that holds this floor together. She's gonna knock 3 times on the barrel full of stinking foul liquid, and something comes out of it. It's a horrid, misshapen creature that crawls out of the thing. It's called a dretch. And it does nothing for this turn, but it's gonna start acting next round.
Chris, you just hear
Mm.
in your head. Slopyrious. Back to back, you hear, burn it all down. Burn it all down. But one thing you hear, just quick slingshot, just burn it all down.
Quick, okay.
So there's just
Alright.
one woman and then a dretch.
There's 3
there's-
women and then a
Three
dretch
women.
now.
3 women and a dretch. Okay.
Alright, next up is Henry, who is asleep.
Henry is fast
Sleep.
asleep and can't be woken.
Well, he can be woken, but it does require someone to use an action. Slopyrious.
All right. Well, first of all, I see the dretch and go, "Oh my fucking god, what is that?"
Sloppy, light the building on fire.
I'm on it.
I'm glad I
Uh,
stood in the back. Like,
I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt at the dretch, and then use Twinned Magic to hit one of the 3 women.
Alright,
act-
so Chaos
or
Bolt
actually-
is a bit of a peculiar thing, because some people say some people say that the twin doesn't apply to it since it can potentially hit more than one target. Those
Oh,
people are
true.
boring, so I'm going to allow it.
Sweet.
Also, just remembered Criss has a rabbit.
did you
Also-
just? Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right.
You're undead rabbit, dude.
I thought he said I was a rabbit. I'm like, did I just get polymorph? Because I swear to
No.
gosh.
No, I actually, I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt and do Twin Spell and then cast Magic Missile on all 3 of the women.
That's not how it works.
It's not-
Twin spell allows you to cast the same spell twice.
oh, the same spell twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
So then just double cast.
Double
Chaos
case
Bolt.
Yes.
wall. Yeah.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
All right, that's a hit.
1 and 3
That
and
other one is a miss.
Okay.
Now, since it's twinned and both come out at the same time, I'm gonna let you choose which one is the one that hits.
Well, definitely. I'm gonna attack the dretch. That thing needs to die.
All right. So, you deal 8 damage of what type? 1 and 3. That's either acid or fire.
Fire. Burn it with fire.
All right. A multicolored bolt jumps from your fingers and splits in midair. One goes wide into the clutter of the room and just makes a mess. The other turns into fiery red and slams onto the dretch, who is resistant to fire.
Oh fuck.
I just slapped my face, my the classic forehead slap, and I said, "The building, Sloppy, burn the building down."
The Dretch is in the building. I didn't know he's resistant to fire. You said fire, I made fire.
All right. Criss is next.
Okay. So the dwarf is down on the ground.
He's asleep.
He's
Is
sleeping.
Is he difficult
going-
terrain?
No.
Okay. 5. So that's 5. That's 7.5. So I can step into his square and then step out, right?
Yes.
Actually,
So, well, you can't
Th-
stop on his square. But you don't need to if you want to shoot something inside. You can
yeah.
just speak out the
So,
door.
yeah, so that's what I was trying to like. I want to move in, cast, and then move back out. Actually,
yeah.
I don't. Does it matter? Can I hit all of them with burning hands here? Because it doesn't matter if he's in the he's in that spell. Now that I think about it,
Correct. Now.
unless burning hands will. If I cast burning hands on him, will it wake him up?
Yes, he wakes up if he takes damage, but do you want to damage him more?
That's a very tempting offer, Rob, but I guess not.
You can shove him out of the way. Put yourself here. Cast Burning Hands. Get the fuck out.
That's That's an action to shove, though. It's an action and then another action.
Not really. Just moving someone unconscious is part of your movement.
Is it? That's weird. I've never heard of that. But sure. Then can I do that? I will do that.
Yeah. If he was still standing and resisting the shove, then yeah, you will need to use an action to make a contested athletics check. But just shoving away a potato sack, you can just use an extra 5 feet of your movement.
Okay.
Push him away with your foot, get in there, and cast
Lovely.
Burning Hands.
All right, so I'm gonna do that. Let me go ahead and throw that.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I can exclude him from the spell if I want to. Did it not go through? It's not going through. Oh wait, it's asking me to cast. There we go.
All right, dexterity save from everything in here. So let's
Oof.
see.
That is terrible.
Yeah, the dice are not favoring you tonight.
Oh well.
Let's see. Dexterity over here. The dretch fails, but he's still resistant to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the 3 ladies. The main old lady fails. The other 2 succeed. But she's also resistant to fire.
Lovely. Now, when I stepped here to look in, did that cart have pies in it?
It did not at the moment, but it is the same card.
You're right, Rob. It doesn't matter. I sculpt my spell so because I think there might be pies in there, so it doesn't hit the cart.
All right. Very well.
Like, okay. And then I just back up. Let's see. That's 10.5. Can I back up one more? Or is this my limit here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can back up one more.
Okay. Hey, Irina, what's up? All right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Michael.
Ah, shit! You grab my the loot off of my back, and I just say, "Here comes the boom," and then I cast Shatter.
Okay.
In the
Right
middle.
there in the middle.
Yeah, so that way it hits all of them inside.
All right. And unfortunately, you do not cast Shatter. Because you already
no.
counterspells it.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna walk away.
They're not willing to give you any of the satisfaction today.
All right, I am a turn.
All right. Irina is very worried, seeing as the tank is asleep, and everyone else looks kind of squishy and unarmored, and these things are slinging spells out of that door. She does say, maybe we should just go? Come back another time? The witches. Let's see. I'm gonna keep casting things. Slopyrious, will you give me a wisdom save? Okay. Just need that first one. You do have blessed, so you can add 1d4 to that. Although it is not enough. Okay. You turn into a frog.
Shit. Or should I say, ribbit?
Exactly.
Yeah. As you immediately see things from a much lower point of view between the grass the grass blades on the ground, and you do feel a certain hunger for flies. The other two gonna start making their way out to get a better shot at each of you. This one is going to shoot a magic missile at Michael. Let's see. There we go. That's 13 damage. The other one right behind her does the same to Criss.
Okay. And shield.
Shield? Okay, so it doesn't hit you.
Yep.
The Dratch is gonna walk out.
Does it like frogs?
We're about to find out.
Nom 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 nom.
Nope. The Dretch is going to fart.
Oh.
As a fetid cloud extends 10 feet from him. And whoever starts his turn in that area must make a constitution saving throw or be poisoned.
Poison farts, huh?
Yep.
That's special.
That's what these things do.
Yep.
Let me make it a more visible aura for me at least. Like this. Okay. So everybody except Michael, basically. Next up is Henry, who is still fast asleep. Slopyrious is a frog.
Am I at all sentient? Do I get to choose anything I do? or am I
You still know what you're doing, but you do have the intelligence and the willpower of a frog.
Hmm. So hypothetically speaking, I can make myself jump away.
Yes, you can move
Alright.
away. You can.
I'm gonna jump away. I'm gonna jump away behind Michael.
All right. Just give me a Constitution save from the frogs. So just roll a d20.
There. Oh my god.
Okay, so you can only take either action or bonus action, and can't take reactions at this point. But if you just jump away, they're not going to use the attack opportunity anyways, because they don't want you to turn back into you.
Right.
And you have more than enough movement to get behind Michael.
Okay.
Next up is Criss.
Okay.
Would you mind giving me a Constitution save?
If my will open. There we go. Constitution saving throw. I am terrible at that. Yep, 3.
Yep. So you are poisoned, and you can only take an action or a bonus action this turn, not both.
Can I still move?
Yes, your movement is unaffected.
Okay. Miss Irina, please go back up the road where we came. We will meet with you shortly. All right.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Action to wake up Henry.
All right. Henry wakes up.
All right. And I'm gonna... shoot. Yeah, I'll move here. Go ahead.
Yep, you take 2 attacks of opportunity. From the dredge. And actually, you don't take one from the woman because she doesn't have a weapon.
Okay.
But the dredge misses.
Okay.
15 instead of a 16.
Lovely. Free item interaction?
Yes, you can still do that.
Pick up the rabbit as I'm like trying to move away.
All right.
I don't know how much movement I have, but I like move way the fuck away.
Okay, so you get out as far away as you can. All right. Yeah, because there's the second floor and everything here. These maps are cramped for some reason. Like as if you wouldn't need to run the fuck away from this encounter. Okay.
And my turn. Sorry.
No problem. Michael.
Seeing that Henry's awake.
He's awake, but he's still prone, so he's still gonna need half his movement just to get up.
Can I assist him to get up?
Turn around, stomp on the frog.
Not really. On the assisting.
So I want to be able to use like my action to pick his ass up.
You know what? I'm gonna allow it actually, because there's no rule for it in 5th edition. But yeah, it works.
It's called the grapple.
True.
So I pick him up.
We could apply that.
I pat him on both shoulders. You tried, buddy. Time to run. And I bolted right after Criss.
All right. So Michael also runs the hell away.
Yep. Just get the fuck out of here.
Then Irina does the same. She doesn't take an attack opportunity because the dredge already attacked.
Hack it wrecked.
And unfortunately, the witches go before Henry. So
Sleep again.
maybe not. Let's see. He has his 3 temporary hit points.
That's true.
Let's see.
Oh, that's not him. That's me.
What do they do? Oh, but what's the range on this? The range is 60 feet, so Michael, would you give me a wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
And All right. You feel your muscle seize for just a split second, but you're able to power through it.
Oh, cramp. Keep running.
And that was a second level slot gone. The other two. Well, they're gonna pick on Henry. Let's see. Oh, this one. The witch that's still inside the house shoots out a. Oh, let me see the description for this spell.
Dude, he's gonna be so pissed if we get him killed.
A black beam of enervating energy springs from her fingers towards Henry, and it hits him and weakens him.
No save?
No save. It's a Ray of Enfeeblement. I don't know if
Oh,
you're
it's an
familiar.
attack roll. Got it.
Yeah. Let's use this for the weakness.
Okay, Ray of... I thought it was Ray of Disintegration.
No.
I was
Disintegration is green.
Oh, okay. I was like, rest in peace.
The last witch, because they have some weird spells. I don't know which one to use. Will they try and turn Henry into a frog at this point? No, he's harmless enough for them. They are, however, gonna try and fry you three before you get away. That's 100 feet. So, yeah. Oh, I guess Henry's in the way too. Criss and Henry, I'm gonna need a dexterity save.
Yeah, give me 1 sec here.
All right.
1d4.
Okay, you both save. So you only take half damage. But still, it's not going to be present. That's going to be 16 lightning damage.
Okay. Criss falls over.
Already halved from the lightning bolt. Criss falls over.
Yep.
The bless is no longer active. Henry is left with 3 hit points.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the dredge still has his turn. Although they are going to order him to chase after you instead of worrying about Henry. So it's going to do just that. Trying to keep up with you, but it doesn't manage to catch you just yet. It's slower. Henry, seeing how things are going, is going well. You can run him in combat.
Shot.
Sure.
Henry runs away.
All right. Does he come to grab the Frogyrus there?
Absolutely not. He fucking healing words, Criss.
True. True.
I can be your hero. I don't know. That's what he named it, so that's what I did. This 3. All right, let's go ahead. He is going to... Is that a roll? It is a roll. It's a 7.
Okay.
That's literally half my hit points.
Okay. So, Chris, you regain consciousness almost immediately.
Okay.
Now, as you keep on running away, you hear in the distance, well, from behind you, the maniacal cackle of the three witches, just enjoying the terror they set in your hearts. You run away back to the base of the hill, back to the road. The dredge melts into black ichor halfway there. But you don't stop just to be safe. The witches aren't chasing you. They are content in showing their superiority right now. But you wind up out of breath and out of dignity, maybe. Back onto the main road. Well, most of you. Where's Slopyrious?
Criss looks around and goes, "Oh shit! Are they having frog legs for dinner?"
Ribbit.
Yep. After a few seconds of looking around, you do spot a frog jumping out of the grass.
All right, I stomp on the frog.
You deal 1 damage, and the frog turns back into a squatting Slopyrious.
Ow, you motherfucker.
Ah, see, but you can talk now.
Yeah, thanks, I guess. Get the fuck out of here.
Just walk away.
That was that was something.
Exhilarating?
No, that's not the word I would use.
Well,
I don't think we should go back there.
at least not yet.
Let's just get to Valaki, please.
All right. Well, let's. What? You ready, Michael?
For a moment, you can see Michael is not there. You just the look on his face is nothing but like blind rage. And you've seen this before. You and Henry have seen this before. You know that he is a very spiteful person by nature, and he goes, "We're coming back. We're gonna get her back to Valaki. We're coming back."
Okay, but it's a lot of them.
We're burning down their fucking house. Not
We're
the
gonna-
first time.
We're gonna need. We're gonna need a lot more than Flint and Tinder.
Don't care if they live or die. I want to hurt their ego. But for now, we're getting her to safety before we put her in danger again.
Sounds good. All right, let's go down the road.
All right. As I'm looking for, yeah, I guess whiteboard works better. Okay. You keep traveling towards Valaki. Down, the road slopes down and then levels out at this wide bend back into the woods. You don't find any. Well, actually, no. You do find one thing. Let me check here. You find a corpse by the side of the road. It is the corpse of a Barovian man who was clearly torn to pieces by wolves.
Looks like Lady Luck wasn't with this guy.
Without saying much, Michael just takes a knee near the corpse and he starts looking to see how recent this kill was.
That would be either medicine or investigation. It's still pretty fresh, but not immediately. Not immediate fresh. Maybe yesterday?
And then looking at the at the wounds, does it look like chunks of this body are missing, or is it just a mortal wound?
No, yeah, there's plenty of chumps have been taken
Okay.
out of this guy.
Hmm. I take a look around at the rest of the party. How are they looking? Because I'm not gonna ask for HP. I just want.
Criss and Henry are in a bit of a rough shape, probably.
I'm at 50%.
Well, you're 50%, but you also got a lightning bolt in the back to the back of your head.
It's just my added flair. Henry, on the other hand, yeah. But, yeah. Any form of healing he might have been able to use effectively, he did not prepare, so. I think we're... How close are we to Vallaki?
It shouldn't be too much longer. Maybe another hour.
So, we could short rest for an hour and catch our breath, or we could travel the hour and see if we make it.
Good. Just know that any time you spend out here is time that I'm rolling for random encounters.
Yeah.
I don't think sitting in one place is smart. At least not out here.
I don't think we should stay here, if we can help it. But if you're really worried about Henry falling over, then
Either way's a risk. Let's
Yep.
keep going.
Yep.
Henry's probably like, "Oh, don't worry, I can take it." Just to try and impress Irina, but
trying to show her his muscles. He's like
Sorry,
missing.
muscles. He just has really short arms.
He's just missing chunks. Slopyrious, did you use fire on a creature that is resistant to fire, or did my eyes deceive me there?
What don't you get about I didn't go to college? I was freaking out. I heard burn it down. I threw a fireball. It didn't work. This is a lot different than the invisibility thing. I don't want to hear it.
I wasn't trying to push his buttons, but that works.
They're already pushed.
We should get that fixed.
You stepped on my face.
What? I
You
brought
stepped
you.
on my face.
That's how you bring people back from. That's how you undo that.
How about a flick?
And I'm like, I have no muscle. You know, I can do -1 damage.
Yeah, I think you knew you didn't have to step on my face, but I'll look past it.
I mean, would you have preferred a firebolt?
Stop pretending like you didn't like it, Sloppy. All right, let's keep going.
No one's talking about stepping on frogs. Like, what is this?
God. Whatever. I'm past it.
You're so annoyed.
Well, a fight like that is bound to make anyone grumpy, really.
I mean, like, let's see, Flick. I can't. I'd have to get. Maybe Henry could have flicked you, but Henry didn't really understand the nuances of what had happened to you.
Harry didn't go to college either, because the
He went to trade school.
he went to, he went to
Cleric.
church school. Yeah.
He picked up a trade.
You became a man of the
Uh,
cloth.
It seems that Lady Luck finally gives you some respite, because you are able to walk the rest of the way there undisturbed. And you make it to the wonderful town of Valaki. And what a town it is. Let's start with how the first impressions go, right? The old Svalish road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them.
Yes, we know what happened to the wolves. Let's go.
Yep.
Right. As you get closer, one of the figures behind the gate speaks up, going, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Weary travelers looking for a safe place to lay our heads at night.
They they whisper amongst each other for a moment, and then go, "Aye, since it's still day, you're allowed to pass. Respect our customs, and don't cause trouble."
Wouldn't dream of it.
And you are allowed in to the wonderful city, well, town of Valaki. As soon as I can find the map, there we go. Now, the city itself, it's doing much better than the village of Barovia that you left earlier. By the way, this whole trip took about a bit over 6 hours. So it is now in the middle of the afternoon, and the streets are bustling with activity. There's people coming and going. There's well, you don't see it from here, but there's a marketplace going on. What would you like to do here, now that you're safe inside some walls?
Did your brother mention anybody we should talk to while we were here in Valaki?
Not really, no. We don't know anyone here.
Well,
But at least it looks safe. People are actually living their lives here. Not huddled inside their homes all day. There's no castle looming over this town.
It's an improvement. One hell of an improvement.
Just how busy are the streets? How many people are out and about?
You can see half a dozen people just walking by in this main street here. Some of them are coming and going from this place over here.
Okay. And then but besides that, it's just the half a dozen people. Then how big did this town look as we walked in, relative to Barovia?
It's much bigger than than the village of Barovia.
Okay.
It's also almost a mile long according to this map, but that's a bit too much, I think. The um the people don't look incredibly well off. Like there's a few hobos going around, but hey, they're outside. The houses are not all boarded up and abandoned. There's a town guard, which seems to be doing its job. It's doing much better than Barovia.
And the general mood of the people like from the people that I've seen, what's their general facial expression?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want a size comparison, according to the maps here, Valaki is
Oh, wait,
15 times as large as Barovia, at least in width. With that insight, you can tell that the people here, they're doing all right, and they are mostly this. They do smile at you. They look a bit puzzled at Henry. But there is a bit of a forcedness behind those smiles, behind those friendly greetings.
And is there a town guard nearby?
There's the ones at the gate that you just went through.
I turn back and I try to get their attention. Excuse me, guard.
Ah? What? What you
Where's the
need?
nearest place we can get a room?
There's the only place you can get a room, Blue Water Inn.
Blue water.
Smack dab in the middle of town, just follow the street.
Thank you kindly. All right. Let's find somewhere private. And I start leading them down the road.
Okay.
Alright. As you walk down the road, you pass in front of that large square, not really, but you realize what it is as you walk by it. There's a large entrance with a large wooden sign above it that says Arasek Stockyard. And you can see warehouses and wagons being stored in that place. And this is the town storage, basically. One thing catches your eye as you pass by. There's one very colorful wagon. But if you don't care right now, you can just take note that it's there.
Yep.
Like
At least that's what Michael does.
colorful, like Vishtani colorful.
Yes, actually.
Got it.
And also Vishtani style. It's a barrel-topped wagon.
Barrel top.
Kind of like theirs. Smaller than the ones you've seen at the camp, but still the same type.
Gotcha. These guys have footholds in every city in this place, I guess.
As you keep walking, you notice that posted on walls and fences and a bit everywhere in on this street. There are leaflets that seem to have been out in the rain for well, it's not raining right now, but they seem to have been out for a few days, maybe seen some rain. They're a bit scrunched up, a bit washed.
Are any of these leaflets? Do they still have? Is there one that's legible? I can
Oh yeah,
read.
they're still mostly legible.
Okay. I grab one. Pick it up. Look at it.
Can I press digitation to make it cleaner?
Oh yeah, you can. You take the dampness out of it and even iron it out a bit to make it easier to read.
Yes.
The ink is still a bit messy, but it's legible. It says, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided." And then in all caps, "All will be well. Signed, the Baron."
A jamboree. Oh no.
I don't like this. You hear it in your head. I don't like this, Chris.
All will be well, the Baron.
There we go.
The Wolf's Head jamboree. Attendance
Then
and children required.
I do the same thing to Henry, and I tell him, "I don't think your lady's gonna be safe here." Henry goes, "Hmm?" It just has this puzzled look on his face because he doesn't understand. It's like, "I'll tell you later."
Okay.
I keep one. I keep it. And I pocket it for now.
All right. As you keep walking, you finally find the Blue Water Inn. It is a 2-story building. A large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
What was the name of the inn again?
Blue Water Inn.
The Blue
Inn.
Water Inn.
Okay.
Give you a handout for this thing as well.
Okay.
All right. There you go. It has a bit of an overhang in the front, which is actually nice because it keeps the main entrance dry.
Well,
Just roll in.
yep.
I drop my rabbit outside the door, and I instruct it to find the stores, anything that looks like a shop, or any important looking buildings. Just get back to me.
All right.
Oh, and stay out of sight.
The rabbit nods and will do its best. Let me see how well it does it.
Also, I thought of a name for the rabbit.
Oh yeah?
It's Tricks.
Spelled with a KS or with an X?
With an X, obviously.
All right.
Why are you shaking your head, Slopyrious?
No reason.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then I look over at Michael and I whisper, "What a stupid fucking name."
and you're noticing at this point that Michael's disposition hasn't changed since you guys have your encounter with the hags. He's just angry, and he's very serious. And he just kind of lets out like a half grunt, half laugh, just one of those. Just keeps walking towards the. I assume presumably is like the main counter, wherever.
Yep.
Whatever looks to be the main counter, and I say,
Mhm.
"Hey there, we're looking
So-
for a room."
Let me
Use
give
of the
you
night.
a full description of this place.
Mhm.
Damp cloaks hang from the pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. Behind the bar is a man who's serving drinks. As you come to the bar and ask for a room, he says, "Oh, new faces I see. And weary ones at that. Had a rough journey?"
You could say that.
Roads aren't safe. Haven't been for a while. But yes, you can get a room at the Blue Water Inn. Welcome. Name's Orvin Martikov, and I will be your host. So, rooms, eh? There's 5 of you. We have some private rooms that cost extra, or you can enjoy the common room. We don't have any other guests at the moment, anyways.
How much for a private?
Very well, then that would be 1 electrum each per night, but that also gives you dinner.
Fair enough. And then Michael puts down a 5 electrum for the first night. I'll let you know if we need it for any longer.
Annie,
Hmm.
Michael, I don't believe we have any money left.
That's what you think. I had some spare gold.
Oh.
My character, yeah, I had like 10 gold left or some shit.
Got it.
Yeah.
10 gold, then would be in electrum it would be 2.5 gold.
Yep.
Cut it in half. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you give him 3 gold, he gives you back 1. I don't remember. Have you seen an electrum coin here before?
I just tell, just keep it.
Ismark paid us in part electrum, part gold.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So we-
true. That's
so
true.
we've seen electrum before.
All right.
Yeah,
So he will give you back an electrum coin that still has that stamped visage of.
Well, he tries
Well,
to.
yes,
I
ruler.
tell, keep it. I'm sure dinner will be wonderful.
With this tip, I'll make sure it is. He hands you 2 keys, and he says, to get to the private rooms, you need to go outside and climb the stairs. There. Sorry. 1 has 2 beds, 1 has 3.
That's all right. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your patronage and enjoy your stay in Vallaki.
By the way, I am an entertainer of sorts. Should you
Oh.
need services.
Well, it has been dead here lately. We do have another entertainer staying here, but he's more of the writer sort. And he points in a corner where, at a round table by a window, is sitting on his own a half elf wearing a white hat and colorful clothes. He has a pile of paper sheets spread all over his table, and seems to be deep in reading of a book he's holding on his lap.
I look at Criss. How about you get everyone situated upstairs?
All right, you handle things here then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go say hello.
All right, I'll be right back. Come on, Irina. Slopyrious, you coming too? I need to talk to you.
You good down here, Michael?
Yeah, I'm just curious. That's all.
All right.
All right, you know how to call me if you need help.
Mm-hmm. You hear in your head?
Mm-hmm. All right, so then I walk out with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I actually need 1 minute.
Alrighty.
GM to fire. I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Alright. You know what? We can all take a break right now because it's already been a couple of hours. So see you all in 10 minutes while I prepare a few things here because there's a few interesting things that go on in Valaki. See you in a bit.
Cool,
Okay.
cool. Thanks.
That cat just loves that microphone.
Yeah, the red light on the
Yeah,
end.
he's like, give me that red light. I want that shit.
He was shut mouth earlier.
Oh, no.
Elmon's cat, big laser pointer guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's just fucking laid out on my lap right now.
Love that.
Aw. Let him boop your
Actually,
nose.
It's actually a Vistani. It's gonna fuck you up.
He boops me all the time.
I have mine just chilling here on the bed, but I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants. He would like to get grabbed right now.
Yeah. They usually don't, unless you get them as a kitten. I actually, I fostered a couple a few months ago, and Henry has one of them. So
Aw.
I saw him Super Bowl weekend, and this bastard acted like he didn't live in my room for 4 months or 3 months, whatever it was. I'm like, you ruined everything, and now I'm a stranger to you. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, they do
But
that.
you didn't have
No.
to cut me off.
Yeah. Not the same as a
We
dog.
got ours as a kitten. He likes to get picked up, but when he wants it, like when
Yeah.
we come back home, he will trip you up unless you pick him up.
Mhm.
Right now he's just asleep there, and he will be very cross with me if I grabbed him.
What's his name?
I might just to annoy him. Leopardi, after the
Leopardi?
writer.
Nice.
You can call him Leo because
Yeah, Leo, yeah.
he had a very depressed face as a kitten, and Giacomo Leopardi is an Italian poet from the 1800s, I believe. Yeah, that he was the first big mood guy. Like he was a nerd who spent all his time studying. He fantasized about a girl that he saw from his window but never got the balls to actually talk to her. Like the first really stereotypical depressed little shit that you find in literature.
Perfect.
Wait, was he the one who cut his ear off and sent it as a gift?
No, that's Van Gogh, the painter.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
Van Gogh. Yeah.
I was like, I think he was Italian. I don't know.
He's like this right now, but the moment my roommate comes home, he like cuts me to get to her
Duh.
and like jump off of me and just like bolt for her. I'm like, all right, man, cool. Glad you've given me another scar.
Oh, so you're the
Stepdad.
substitute.
Yeah.
You're the backup.
Yeah.
Give him some catnip, and then he'll actually be hooked on you.
Okay.
Alrighty, so where were we? Enjoying a fine afternoon at the Blue Water Inn. Everybody except Michael is going towards the rooms. And yeah. Michael, what do you want to do downstairs?
So I walk over to where the writer is,
Mm-hmm.
and is he like nose down in the book?
Oh no, as you approach, he looks up at you. Oh,
Hey there.
stranger comes. Welcome. You don't look like you're from around here either.
We gave it away. The dashing, happy personality that I am.
Well, you do look like an adventurer, and one that has been through some shit today. Please sit, friend, have a drink.
Which I oblige, and I sit
Mm-hmm.
down.
Yeah, he just he does have a spare glass on his table. Maybe he was waiting for someone else. But he nudges it towards you and serves you a glass of wine from his bottle.
As he's doing that, I want to like. There's a bunch of stuff scattered around, right?
Yeah.
I want to just take a quick look around and try to get a general sense of what it is he's studying or writing about. If I pick
Uh,
up on anything.
you can tell most of it is in the same handwriting, and the few that you can read from the position you're in, from the angle you're at, they seem to be folk tales. Or some of them, a couple of them, you don't see the content, but you recognize they're written as plays. Like they seem to be scripts for some play or performance. As he pours you your glass, it says, "Name's Rictavio. What's yours?"
Name's Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a Barovian then.
Rictavio, what are you working on here?
Oh, not dying of boredom mainly. I was unfortunate enough to get trapped in here by the mists, and since there's no way out, I am sure as hell not gonna spend my time out there. So I have to keep myself occupied. Here you can see a few of the folk tales I've been gathering for the past month and a half, and I'm trying to make use of them. I used to run with a circus, you know, and so I'm trying to put up some show, some entertainment for this town. God knows we need it. Gods know we need it. Well, not to fault the Burgomaster's festivals, of course. I just think I could improve upon the formula. Of course, of course.
Mind if I take a look?
Oh, well, sure. Sure. He hands you. Give me an insight check.
Alrighty. You know, I'm a bit of a storyteller myself.
Already, I can see that loot on you that you carry with you. Okay, you don't notice one thing, but it's not that important, don't worry. I do notice the loot you carry on you. Are you planning on staying for long? Maybe you could help me with some musical accompaniment for some of these scenes here.
You know, the written word wasn't my strong suit, but music, count on me for that.
He hands you a few of the. He hands you a few pages where there's a script for a tale called The Maiden of the Lake. You quickly glance through it. It's his version, his play version of an old story, of an old local legend about a maiden that was to be a maiden that loved the nearby Lake Tsarovich. That's what it's called, but before it was called that. This is from before it was called that. She loved this lake a lot. She spent a lot of time there, either fishing with her old man or picking flowers by the shores. And she was then to be betrothed to a local noble against her will. And there's some drama, there's some comic relief, there's some side characters there. You find all the staples of a somewhat decent but nowhere but mediocre play. And it cuts off halfway because he's still writing it, but there's some notes on the last page that say The talk about how depressing the ending is as she drowns in the lake instead of getting, instead of letting the noble get her way.
So you're really leaning into the crowd here. This ending's
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of Barovian legends have happy endings. Although I do believe this one is from after Strahd started ruling the land, so maybe it is actually an accurate account. Somewhat, at least. Or it started as one. People here don't have a good record in keeping, well, records of history.
So, just taking a look around, just besides the play that he's working on, are there any other scripts that maybe I recognize that maybe I may have glanced at while in New Alam while I was in college, Bard College? Any staples out there?
There are there are a few transcriptions of some very popular songs with some edits to them. Like he wrote them all down and then he switched some words around. You can see it is to fit them more to the Barovian climate and culture. Like trying to avoid referencing bright sunny days because, you know, that would be insensitive. Or
So,
changing some terms with others that the Barovians might be more familiar with, like instead of sparrows, it's ravens. Instead of mosquitoes, it's will there be here? I don't know. What will there be a song mentioning mosquitoes? Probably some weird tavern song. There are some various levels of crassness there, of course, but nothing special. Like even as a songwriter, he doesn't seem to be that talented, or that creative for what it matters. As a playwright, well, you're not a playwright yourself, but again, you're not impressed by his work.
yeah. I assume I've been around plenty of playwriters in my short time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
And,
or aspiring ones at least at the
yeah,
college.
yeah. So I got exposed to some stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, some of this stuff wouldn't be a passing grade.
yeah. So I after taking a look at it, is it just the words that are edited? Or is the actual music itself untouched?
The music is not being transcribed. Like
Okay.
only the lyrics.
Okay.
It's probably more of a matter of either he doesn't know sheet music or he just remembers it and just wanted to work on the actual lyrics instead.
Okay. So I'm just gonna keep that in mind that he's plagiarizing other people's work. um, it just well, I'd be happy to be of service. I just wanted to say hello. You gonna be here a while, Rick?
Oh, I have no plans of going anywhere for quite some time. I am still getting a sense of the town, you know? The people here are nice enough. The Baron is peculiar. Oh, kitty, no. What do you want? You have food, you have everything. He wants attention, that's what it is. He says, the Baron is peculiar. I've only had the chance of meeting him once. But he has his own ideas of how to keep the town safe. But hey, they're working. He's doing a great job at it. But yeah, law enforcement is not that friendly around here, unfortunately. So be mindful of that.
Hmm. And the Baron, does he have a name?
Oh yes, Vargas Vlakovic. He, as far as I've been able to tell, his family has been ruling the town since before the times of Strahd, and that's why it's called like that. Vlakovic. He has a wife and a kid, and he. I well, and well, I won't make judgments on his character, but he is a powerful and proud man. Shall we say that?
Fair enough. Well, Octavio, we'll talk soon. And then, thanks for the wine. And then I get
You're
up,
very welcome.
nod, and then just walk towards the rooms.
All right. In the meantime, up in the rooms, on this, you can see the stairs in the picture I sent of the Blue Water Inn. Now that I think about it, yeah. Those stairs outside on the right. You can. There's a door that leads into the tavern that is open right now. That is just this is not locked. It's closed but not locked. You can enter freely, and in there there's a walkway where you can overlook the trap room below. And to the left, there's 3 doors, 2 of which are open with the 2 keys that you have. And in there, there's in one room, there's 2 beds. In another, there's a single bed and a bunk bed.
Okay.
Each room has foot lockers and wardrobes that are empty, if not for a change of bed sheets. And each room has a little oil lamp on a sitting on a cabinet between the beds.
All right. So we only had one of these rooms, right?
No, you have both.
Okay, both.
Since there's 5 of you and you wanted the private rooms, you paid a little bit extra.
Okay. So let's get Henry in one room, and we'll give Irina, I guess, her own room. And in the meantime, we should lay Henry down because he looks like he's gonna fall over at any second now.
All right. Yeah, you're free to safely take a short rest here.
Yeah. And so, Slopyrious, can I talk to you in the hall?
Slopyrious? Okay.
Yes, sorry. I lagged out.
Yeah, you did. Did you? Can I talk to you in the hall?
Yes.
All right, we'll leave Henry rest
Yes,
here
yes.
for a short rest. So what did you make of the old ladies back there?
Honestly, they weren't as creepy as the old lady we saw before we got here, so I didn't think much of them.
Hmm. Have you ever met a monster like that before?
I have not.
We should
That's definitely the first time.
We should collaborate. There's only a set amount, I think, of monsters that could have stitched flesh and also be able to cast things like magic missile. I think it's very obvious that it was magic missile.
Yeah.
Do you want? Okay, let's collaborate.
Yeah.
Can I?
And if you're both proficient with Arcana, you can help each other out, and one of you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. So
What do you have? You have plus what?
5.
Yes, you roll with advantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna collaborate here. 21.
Nice.
With the 21, now that you've seen what they do, you've seen what they cast and how they live, you can tell you can say with a fair degree of certainty that you've encountered a coven of hags. You're not sure about which type of hags, because there's multiple.
Right.
There's green hags, there's night hags, there's sea hags. You would exclude sea hags because it wouldn't make sense for them to be here.
Clearly, the
which-
all-powerful pie hags. Fuck.
Yeah, the all-powerful pie hags. There's some of them are more powerful than the others, but once they're in a coven, they are undoubtedly very powerful. Because again, a single hag is a single hag for a party like yours you would be able to handle her. Because when they're on their own, they don't have that many spells. But once they're in a coven, when there's 3 of them, their magic reverberates amongst each other, and they become much more powerful spellcasters.
Yeah.
Although, you know that to defeat them, or to deal, if you were able to kill just one of them, that would be a crippling blow to their power, because then you would break the coven. But as long as they are together, they're gonna be very dangerous. It does also confirm the child pies hypothesis, probably, because hags are known to kidnap and eat children. And what else? What else would there be? Oh, you also know that some hags can mess with you from a distance. They can curse you and stuff like that, so you might not be safe, even in here, now that you've angered them.
Do they have any weaknesses other than the fact that when they're a coven, we should kill one and then it'll help out?
Let's see. Let's see. They like to make bargains, and usually those bargains work in their favor, but they can potentially be tricked if you're smart enough or lucky enough. What else would there be? Weaknesses? They are not humanoid. They're usually either fays or fiends. So spells like protection from evil would help to fight them.
Okay.
Other things, there's not much of a. There's not that many weaknesses for them. Sorry. The cat's making a mess. Their magic is weird. It's unlike anything you or Slopyrious or even Henry use, or even Henry Criss, or even Henry and Michael use. They don't use any of the theory, of course. They have what's called weird magic, spelled W-Y-R-D. They have their own rules, their own rituals, their own little messed up things. Like, you will need a. I'm giving you an example. Is not an exact thing. You need guano and sulfur to cast and the specific words to cast a fireball. They can do the same with by breaking a little bit of by breaking a piece of brittle stone and saying a completely different curse. Like, they have their own way to interface with magic that's not compatible with yours.
So it's like kind of like the difference between arcane magic and divine magic, right?
Yes. And it's still a separate thing entirely from both of them.
Right.
Are we able to discern what type of hag at this point?
No.
No.
it's just
You
not a
would
sea
if they
hag.
had revealed their true forms,
Mm.
but they stayed in their human disguises, so you didn't get to see exactly what type of hags they are.
All right.
I have to imagine.
Do you,
Playing
have to
Hagmophobia.
I have to
hag-
imagine Night Hag would probably fit well with what's going on.
Even if we could guess what kind of hag, they don't
Yeah.
seem to have any kind of elemental weaknesses. Do we know? You said they're fiends. Yeah, that's right. Okay. How do we deal with this? Like, I'm trying to stay chipper, but it looks like my brother over here is intent on blood. So I think we need to come up with a plan before we attempt to do anything to these hags.
Right.
So, first off, sorry about the frog. I probably could have thought that one through a little better.
All right, man. Tensions were high.
I knew
Get
I
the
knew
hell outta
I,
there quick.
I knew I was trying to get you back. That was the point. I didn't mean any disrespect. How about that?
We're cool. We're cool. I
All right.
appreciate it.
So, you're trying your best regardless of what the outcomes are. That's what counts for me on this one. I think if we pile some magic together on top of one of the hags all at once, we might have a chance at bringing them down.
I'm down to try again. I know that fire doesn't work.
At least on the I think it was some kind of, if it's fire resistant.
Yeah, with the fire, actually, that might give you a clue. Let me see if the other hags.
Because it doesn't. Fire didn't work on the other hags, right? It didn't. It obviously didn't work on the dredge.
Yeah, also the hags were resistant to fire,
Oh, they
and
were?
that tells you actually that is an important detail. That does restrict the circle on what type of hags they are. Let me see. Let me just see if there's another type that's resistant to fire. No. And let's see. No. So yeah, with that you would, and with that 21 Arcana, you could make a guess as to them being night hags.
Okay. Is there any speciality of them that we should be aware of?
Well,
than
the
being
night hags are hags that have spent a lot of time in hell, and those foul energies have become part of their species now, so they're fiends.
Okay.
I don't know how much that helps.
Well, that means if they're from hell, then that means that whatever that thing they summoned is probably either a demon or some kind of devil, which makes sense why it was resistant to fire then. So we're gonna have to take a different approach in terms of damage.
Yep.
Let's see. What do you have besides fire, Slopyrious?
I have magic missiles and chaos bolt, so I just gotta pick anything but fire.
Okay.
Which I'll always have an option to do something but fire. So
I think they didn't use shield.
they didn't use shield. No.
When you hit them last time with magic missiles. So maybe if we just stack magic missiles on one hag.
I actually didn't hit any of them with a magic missile.
Oh, you didn't?
I got two
Okay,
chaos bolts with twin spells, and my twin spell.
One of you did use magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you. I thought you
I
used
used it
magic
on the
mi-
main.
So the
I-
so the main
I used it on
one,
the old woman. Yeah, the old
the
woman
main one
force
cannot or
damage.
yeah, at least she didn't try to shield it, right? So she might not
Right,
have
she
it.
did.
Yeah.
She didn't. I don't know about the hags.
Yeah. All right. So I think
Well, they when they're in a coven, they do share their spells, so
Okay.
they all
that's
have
a
the same
assumption.
spells.
okay.
It's a
So
good
if
assumption
they
that
didn't use
between-
shield, they probably don't have shield. They do have counterspell, you know that much, as well as polymorph and lightning bolt.
Okay. So maybe if we catch the main one, by herself and stack magic missile on her. We might be able to damage her enough, but I think we should try the following day, because like I think Henry's running on fumes right now. He was a little damaged, so maybe you could help me convince Michael that we should at least recuperate a little bit longer before we attempt it. Going in there kind of at half power might not be that great of an idea.
And I would say that Michael does come up through the door at may not be that great of an idea.
How about we all adjourn to the same room for now? Something I want to talk about.
Yep. I left Irina over there by herself, and we're in this one with Henry.
She should join us at least for the conversation.
Sure. I'll go get her. And we all converge in the same room then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Henry's on the bed, but he's all messed up.
He doesn't need to. We'll tell him later. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think she can stay here.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. At least not with the windmill so close.
That and something ain't right with the people.
Yeah, they're a bit too happy, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
not happy, but like happy for it to be normal.
It's just something off. I don't trust it.
I think there's something up with that flyer we found.
Yeah.
The jamboree. What did and I was just talking with Slopyrious here about our incident earlier today, and we have come to the conclusion, between his knowledge of spell mixtures and through process of elimination, that there's probably a coven of night hags. I don't know if they taught you anything about those in college you went to, but
I already knew they were hags.
right. It just so if we can manage to kill, because there's 3 of them, they're coven now. So if we manage to kill one of them, it'll make everything significantly more easier. So
Well, I didn't know that. I just knew they were hags because they were ugly.
yeah. So if we can knock one down, it should make the fight a lot easier. But I was also thinking that we should probably wait a day or two before we try to do that, because Henry is running on fumes. And we also should figure out Irina's situation before we do anything else.
Like I said,
Yeah.
make sure she's safe first, and then we deal with the hags. She ain't safe here. We gotta keep going.
Yep. All right.
I see why you're concerned, but I'm still willing to give this town a chance. At least let's have a look around, meet some people. I see that they're weird, and the whole attendance and children required thing doesn't look all right, but it's still so much better than Barovia.
That's when it clicks in Michael's head. His eyes go wide. All children are required, and he finally gets it. They're in league with the hags, aren't they? Criss, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Criss thinks about it for a moment.
With how close they are?
It didn't say all women, so it's probably not Strahd. I think you might be right about that. Oh snap.
Fuck.
I mean, about the closeness. Yeah, they're kind of close to the windmill, but they're still outside of their walls. Well,
I mean, it's
you
not.
could try and investigate this.
It's not an illogical jump, right?
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it's
It is.
more.
It is an interesting hypothesis.
Yeah, at this point, it's just a hypothesis. I have no conclusive
They,
information.
the,
This is just Michael, just with the big pieces that he's gathered together, going, "Huh, that's weird."
well, the pieces fit together pretty
Yeah.
nicely, so it's just like, all right. Well, it's what time of day is it? It's been 6 hours, right? We left in the
It's-
morning.
You left
You know what?
left at like 8 or 9 in the morning, so it's 3 in the afternoon.
All right, so we took. Let's take a short rest. And then
We can rest. I think we need to figure out if this is true. This is true or not.
Yeah. What did you find out downstairs from the guy with the white hat?
His name's Rictavio, a playwright. Shitty one at that. Didn't tell him that though.
Okay. Did he have a last name?
Just Rictavio.
That's,
Rictavio.
Which is common for half elves.
oh, they don't have a last name?
Yeah, not often, because usually they grow up as outcasts from either the humans or the elves they grew up with. So
Yeah.
they don't stick around with their families.
For,
Or
the,
maybe it's an art name.
for
Yeah.
the sake of well, the main concern was that it didn't end in the word Vich. So he's not from Barovia.
Nope.
Oh no.
He's a traveler stuck here like the rest of us. He's gonna be here a while. He's trying to put on a show for the people. I may help him with that. May lead to something.
Okay. Let's roll.
But
Okay.
I
Well,
really don't think it's a good idea for you to stay here, Reno.
either way, we gotta deal with this. So.
How far is Kratsk?
Kretsk is probably at least another day away. I just don't feel safe on the road, so let's at least rest for today. Let's see the town and make an informed decision. I don't want to get into more trouble if we don't have to.
On that we can agree. We could use some rest.
All right.
Lovely. All right. So I got this back.
So, let me read up one thing. Oh yeah, I need to finish posting the cards. So you do take a short rest, which means you can roll for HP and stuff, if you need it. See, where is? No. Don't touch the plastic. Oh, there we go. And then, yeah, you can start planning on what you want to see in this wonderful town here.
Did Trix ever get back to me?
Yes, actually. He does, you hear him, you feel him in your mind as he's scratching on the door to get into, the walkway that leads to your rooms.
Okay.
He lets you know, so you can communicate mentally with him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have a dialogue with your familiar, or do you want to just exchange of thoughts and information?
I guess just
I can make
tossing
a funny undead rabbit voice if you want to.
it. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on
What's
you.
up, Doc?
That
Yeah,
I don't.
fucking Bugs Bunny, man.
I don't want to put that kind of pressure on you, Rob. It's okay. Thanks. Okay, I just I let him in.
All right.
All right.
It's alright, it's alright. Okay, as he let him in, he lets you know that there is a square with plenty of shops. Not far from here.
Okay.
He also found a weird place that sells dolls and toys, but they're weird.
Okay.
But he can't specify exactly how they're weird.
As far as this Wolf's Head Jamboree goes, is there like a specified date or time that it's happening?
It's not specified on the paper, no.
Huh. No location or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Weird
Let's
flyer.
see. Let's see. I'm sure you know what it is? I'm sure if we asked anybody in this damn town, they probably already know. It is, after all, as the paper says, the greatest celebration of the year. So it's like their Christmas or something. Or
What the hell is
or,
Christmas, Chris?
or Life Day. Sorry,
You're making holidays up about yourself again. God damn it!
it's like the Super Bowl. Wait, no, you don't know that either.
What? What's so superb
yeah,
about
this-
an owl?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to make the same joke.
Superb owl. Very nice.
You know, maybe our buddy Rick downstairs can give us a little more information about this jamboree.
Yeah. Come tricks, and I like open my cloak, and he like.
And disappears.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to leave Irina here, or is she coming with us?
We can leave her here with Henry
Yes. And then
and ask her to watch him because he's injured.
Yes. That sounds like a good plan. And then he can catch up with us when he's feeling better.
Yeah. Good. Dear,
All right.
we'd appreciate it if you kept an eye on our friend. He's a little worse for wear right now.
I can do that.
Thank you. Oh, and don't leave. Not without telling us. One of us could accompany you.
Oh no, I don't plan to. I do want to give a chance to this town, but I'm not that foolish.
And then I start heading downstairs.
Yep. I
Sloppy,
follow.
you coming?
He seems to be busy.
Yeah, I just assumed that.
He just
Coming.
yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry.
I finished compiling the card readings and stuff, so there you go.
Lovely. Ah, there it is. So let's see.
Cool.
House of a Saint. Wealthy
Hmm?
woman. Okay. Okay. And a man with a monkey. Wait, did that guy have a monkey?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we head downstairs, and we're gonna go talk to Pip McGee, right? Wait,
Yes,
did he,
Rictavio.
Rictavio.
did he have a feather? He did have a feather in his hat.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's still there, sitting at the table. He's writing instead of reading right now.
Mhm.
He waves at Michael passing by before realizing you're coming to him again. Then, with that, he sits upright. Oh, hi again. Enjoy my company that much?
You could say that. You are pretty well versed in what's going on here, at least generally speaking. This is my brother Criss and our companion Slopyrious.
Hail.
Hello. Pleased to meet you. I'm Rictavio.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Criss.
Rictavio, can you tell us anything about this Wolf's Head Jamboree?
Oh, that was a few days ago. Did you see the wolves' heads coming in?
Mm-hmm, we sure did.
Yeah, that was one of the festivals the Baron uh, organizes every single week. So, next one should be in about 3 or 4 days. We'll see. The they usually post flyers. Should be today. So you might be catching the guards, switching them out for whatever is next. I hear it's about the sun, which is like the fourth time. Oh, he's not being here that long. I hear this is about the sun, which would make it the second one I would have seen. But we'll know for sure later today or tomorrow. The Baron believes that by keeping spirits high and keeping the hopes of the citizens up, the darkness will be kept outside the walls. So there's been these amazing and mandatory celebrations every week.
And everyone's forced to go.
Yeah, there are a few exemptions. There are a few people that are powerful enough not to show if they don't feel like it. But yeah, most normal people are very much advised to participate, especially families with children, because children just make everything more happy, no? And usually it's a parade around town and then some sort of event. Or sometimes it starts with some sort of event, an announcement and speech from the Baron. Yeah, they... If you don't show up, you are... You will be considered under suspicion of, well, being a downer at the very least, treason at worst, and they don't really like treason around here.
Have you performed at any of these?
I have tried reading some poetry a couple of times, but apparently I was not appreciated by the Baron. So this is why I'm practicing and trying to cater more to Valachian culture. I haven't been invited back yet, but you know, I'm not complaining. Honestly, it's not as fun as I make it sound like. Not even that, no.
Gotcha.
So the guards told us on our way in that we need to respect the customs. Rictavio, do you know what the customs are? That, I mean, if it's important enough for him to point it out, we should probably know.
Oh yeah. So the customs. Well, they're not written, but as a general rule, don't be a downer. Don't make too much noise. Don't argue with the guard, by the gods, especially not the sheriff. And don't don't try to start shit. Basically.
That's a custom.
Keeping
I mean,
your head down.
you're not from here, so you wouldn't be able to answer that, I assume.
Yeah, it's like they have a whole. I don't know how to explain it, but it seems that just keeping your head down and minding your own business is tradition around here at this point.
Okay.
Mm.
Of course, there are those who do break that custom, but they don't seem very savory individuals. So I wouldn't want to be associated with them either.
Do you know what time the? I mean, this place is pretty empty. You've been here by yourself for at least an hour.
No, he's not the only one in the tavern, but he's the only one of any note.
So how
There's
many
a few
people?
commoners around. He's the only
Okay.
colorful, interesting-looking one.
Okay. All right, never mind then. I thought he was like by himself in this huge room. I'm like, huh, that's weird.
No. There's a few people, although there's not a lot of people yet because it's the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, I was
People
just
will in tavern. People will probably start coming in later.
yeah, I was just gonna ask him if he knew the busy hours of this place.
Oh yeah, by dinner this place gets quite busy, especially now that it's cheap. As well, the heads of the wolves are nice, but you need to use the meat as well. So wolf stew it goes away goes for very cheap here.
Got it.
For this past week.
Well, I'll be right back. And then I look towards the counter to look for Erwin. Is he there?
Mhm. Yeah, he's still there.
And walk over. Excuse me, Erwin.
Oh yes. How can I help you?
Well, I'm a bit of a learner, and I like to perform.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel about letting me sit in and play some music for you tonight? Get a feel for the
Oh.
crowd.
Yes, I've got no issue with that. Well, as long as you don't do anything too, transgressive. I've seen a few bards come by over the years, and yeah, they get a feel for the crowd and then start singing some, what should we call them? Inciting songs. That brings problems to me a bit, but to them even more. So just make sure there's no incitement of any kind.
I will stick to instrumentals.
Great.
All right. Also, my new buddy over there, he's drinking wine.
Mm-hmm.
How much to get him another bottle?
Oh, actually, yeah. How much does the? Forgot how much the purple grape mash costs. Oh, he's been drinking grape mash, so that would be, I think it's 1 gold per bottle.
Okay. Damn, that's steep.
Oh no, the other one's steeper. No, maybe it's too much. Let me check. Let me check real quick. I should have the.
It's like, man, this guy's drinking some decent wine.
No, you're right. 1 gold would be too much. Where does it say?
I can
maybe in here.
20-year.
Oh no, yeah, sorry, I was going too steep. It's 5 copper for a pint of purple grape mash.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I said a bottle, but they serve pints here because there's 3 huge barrels behind the counter.
Oh, with spouts and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So the 5 copper for a pint of purple grape mash, or if you wanna be fancy, 1 silver for a pint of red dragon crush.
I'll give him a silver and tell him next time he orders, it's on me.
Noted. I'm sure he'll appreciate.
I walk back to the table and I tell Octavio, I'll be here later tonight to perform. Get a chance to see what my skill is. Then you let me know if it's you're still interested in working together.
I'll make sure to be here to listen then.
Random question. Any kids gone missing in this town lately?
Not that I know of. No.
Right. Like I said, random question.
There's not really that much crime going on here at all. Which I guess it's the good thing about how the Baron runs this place. Everybody stays in line.
Well, Criss, Slopyrious, got any more questions for our new friend?
What's the story about that old windmill?
Oh, that place. Popular wisdom is that it's cursed and you should stay the hell away from it.
Has it always been cursed or just as of late?
Well, I don't know for sure. As of late, do you mean past few weeks, past few months, years, decades? Because
Well, how
I
long
think
have you
I've
been
heard.
here?
I've been here a month and a half, just about.
So since you've been here, all you've known it to be is cursed.
Yes, and it seems to be a rumor that goes back several years at least.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I have a couple questions still.
Mhm.
Are you a I can see that he's that belt on his belt, right? The sword on his belt, a belt on his belt. What the hell? A sword on his belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Oh.
are you a fighter?
Not unless I really have to.
What if
I like to keep this around, just it dissuades some evildoers, just having it.
Is there any-
Although honestly, I'm not much of a swordsman.
No? What about magics? Are you good with magics?
I know a few tricks, yes, but I am no adventurer, if that's what you're asking.
Well, we were looking for someone to help us with dealing with some issues, but if you're not that capable of fighter, because our task is pretty dangerous, and I won't ask such a task of you.
Unfortunately, I am not the man for danger. I'm sorry.
Do you know if there is anywhere we could get maybe a helping hand somewhere for like one expedition out?
Well, there's a couple of hunters always looking for work. They should be here by dinner.
Okay.
I've heard they take out other jobs apart from hunting. Other than that, maybe the Vistani outside of town, but I wouldn't trust them too much.
Yes, all the devil and all that stuff, right?
Uh, yes, that. Although these ones I've had the misfortune of meeting, and even without all the they're in league with Strahd things, these ones are particularly shady.
Ah, interesting. And I'm glad you brought up that name. What do you know about Strahd? And in particular, why would Strahd, if you do know anything, want young maidens? Do you know anything about that?
I mean, why would anyone want young maidens? Unless you like young lads, of course.
Sure.
But, well, my guess is he is a tyrant, and tyrants want to take anything they fancy, and if he fancies maidens, he will take them.
Fair enough. And my last question is, do you know if they have a policy or, sorry, a custom against gambling at this establishment?
Um, if there is, there's maybe some laws against gambling, but well, nobody has snitched since I've been here.
That's good to know. All right. Thank you for entertaining my questions, Rictavio.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions in return?
Of course.
Well, I've been stuck here for the past several weeks, so I would like to know how things are going, well, outside of these walls. You've traveled here either from Kretsk or Barovius, so which one?
Barovia. We came here
Oh.
from the east, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, how's that town doing? I've been through there the first time I came into this land, and they weren't doing so hot.
Yep. Did you meet the burgomaster there? Burger.
I did. A wonderful fella.
What was his name? Do you remember?
Kolyan Indilovich, I believe.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh. That's a shame. He was a good man.
By
A
the
good burgomaster.
by the amount of people that came to his funeral, I would assume so, because we didn't have the pleasure of meeting the gentleman. His son is running that town now.
Oh, that would be Ismark, right?
Ismark. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Huh. I hope he can fill in his father's shoes, though I honestly doubt it.
Well, he talked really highly of his father, and I can tell that, at least in my own opinion, that from what I've met of Ismark, he's a very strong-souled individual. Had a bit of a soft spot for his sister, though.
Oh, that he does. They've always been a close-knit family as far as I could tell. I've been
Mhm.
there only a few days. But they've been wonderful hosts.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm worried about Ismark because he's always been in his father's shadow. I hope he's able to take up the mantle, no issue. He is a good man, but maybe not a very capable one yet. We'll see.
Well, diamonds are formed under pressure, or so science says.
What the fuck
True.
is science?
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't go to college.
wait, is science a thing in D&D? I'm sorry.
I mean, dwarves would know about that. So,
But our dwarf is unconscious, so.
your dwarf is unconscious, but you could have heard a dwarven saying or him saying it sometimes.
I read it in a book, so it must be true. But yeah,
This is
that's
also just Michael being kind of ignorant.
so that's what we know. And we had a run-in with a very fancy gentleman called Rahadin. Thank you, Michael. And,
Oh, I've heard of the man. Very
Mhm.
bad things I've heard.
oh yeah, his scar is just ugly, let me tell you. I heard he got it in a freak accident. Something about An owlbear? I don't know.
Oh, I've not heard about that.
Yeah, it was an interesting story. See, I heard he was a kid, right? Back some 300, 400 years ago, right before he met up with the prince, right? And so then what happened was he was out in the forest, and there was this owlbear, right? And he was trying to get away because he lost his favorite leather ball. And the owlbear came out, and he was like, hoorah! And then he, like, totally scratched him in the face. And then he was never able to find a date because he was so ugly. And so he never was able to lay any women. And now he's just a miserable pile of dirt that apparently does Strahd's bidding.
Oh, that is plausible. Yes, I will give you that. That
It's allegedly. It's all alleged. I don't know. I wasn't
also,
there.
well, allegedly, of course. I'll see if I will see if these allegations take hold. Although, I do know a few people that know more about him. If you're interested.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely. Are they coming here later?
No, for them you will need to go outside the walls, but not far. There's a Vistani camp in the woods to the south of here
Oh, okay.
that you can see in the map over here.
Okay.
It's on top of the hill, but other people live at the base of that hill, and those people know a lot about Rahadin.
Okay. Interesting. We'll definitely check that out. Lovely. Yeah, that's about all we know from outside these walls. To go back to your previous question, yeah, we came from that direction.
You haven't been here long, have you?
No, we just rolled into town. Like,
I meant in Barovia.
oh, I'm sorry.
In the land.
We've been here a couple days.
Yeah, 3 days at most, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I was trying to keep it vague. I don't know how much I can I can trust this guy.
A few days at most. There's no worry. It says, "Oh yeah, well then you wouldn't know too much. Well, enjoy what safety Vallaki can provide, and try to not get killed out there."
Yeah. You too. Well, we'll definitely see you. We'll be back. We'll see you around. Stick around for Michael's performance. It'll be fantastic.
Without doubt. See you later then.
Yep. See ya. Sorry, Michael. We were leaving.
Yeah, let's get a lay of the land. Good talking to you, Rick.
And on this, do we want to end the session here? Because it's been 3 hours something. I can go on if you want to.
I think this might be a good place to stop. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. You got to Vallaki.
Yeah, we made it in several pieces, but it's fine.
Oh, the random encounters did not show up even with my increase in frequency, but
so
well, you got yourselves into trouble.
So clearly, what's happening here is we didn't get any random encounters here. So the end of the campaign is all going to be all the bad ones. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, if you really want to see the bad ones, you should start traveling at night. And going off the road, because those both compound to make it just completely fucked up.
Yeah. Well, what did we pick? Milestone? Yeah, let's not XP. Okay, let's not do that then.
All right, so thank you for playing. Hope you liked this one. Yeah, the windmill is one of the sore points of this adventure for many people, but I'm sure you'll overcome those witches eventually. Maybe.
Dang
hopefully.
hags. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Henry's gonna be so happy.
or that he didn't die.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be happy he didn't die, but when he hears about that he almost did, he's gonna be what?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he almost wiped out a haircut.
I started out strong too. I whipped out the melee spiritual weapon combo, and I'm like,
I was
yeah.
like, oh fuck. He's like, yeah, I've been a cleric once or twice.
And
Sweeps the legs.
Yeah, you
Spirit
got.
weapon to the chin. He's like,
You also got shafted by the rolls, honestly.
yeah,
Because a few of those hits would have made the hags a bit more worried.
yeah.
Right now, they just laughed. They
That's-
were just having fun.
one of my chaos bolts would have landed.
Yeah.
Would have done something.
I'm just saying, Michael wants to literally burn their house down. He's not kidding about that.
They're resistant to fire. We'd be
I
better
don't
off.
care about everything. I don't care about them. I want to burn their windmill down.
They just make another one. They have magic.
Isn't there no more wood on it? Anyway, it was just a stone.
No,
one
there's
of
wood. The
There is some
the first floor is stone. The rest of it is still wood. It's very rotten, very decrepit, but yeah, it could catch fire. Oh no, wait, actually, the walls are stone, but the insides are wood, so it can still go up in flames.
So I think we'll plan it out later, and then I think what we got to do is we got to corner one of them and just nuke that one.
I've got a really fucked up plan brewing in Michael's head right now. I will share that with you somewhere else though, because I don't want Robb to know yet.
I mean, I'm good at not metagaming as a dungeon master, so
good. But I still want to surprise you with it, because
of course
it'll be way funnier when it happens during the session.
I can't wait to hear this plan.
Oh, you guys will get to hear it sooner than later.
Good.
Another thing that I'm not gonna fault you for doing, because it will help, is metagame a little and say, okay, we can come back after we level up. Because that fight is brutal at level 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm well aware.
So that's why it's gonna be even grander if we can do it.
I've had.
Oh yeah, I've had parties to defeat them at level 3.
Yeah.
It is doable, just not nice.
I've also had hags in the campaign that I ran, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was like, I'm not gonna make Henry try to inflict wounds, because the last time I tried to do that with another character, it didn't work.
All right, then I'll see you all next Monday, and have a good night.
Oh yeah,
All
I'll be
right.
here.
Have a good
Yeah,
night.
Robb.
Good
See ya.
night.
Bye.
Bye.